lot of experience with like some major studios on this stage. What has your experience been like working with a show like Grey's Anatomy?
It's crazy, but it's actually really fun. We came in season 17, so we came in very late into the show. Going on season 20 though, we're still coming back.
Shout out Grey's. Wow, long run. Shout out Grey's, classic, legendary.
So we're excited, but I think that was sort of the hardest part, was us coming and taking over for another team that had been there. So it's sort of, everybody has every casting office, I'm sure you can attest to, have their different ways of doing things. And so it's just you trying to find your groove with the production. And we made ourselves at home, so we're having a great time. Yeah.
Well, what about yourself, Leo? Yeah, tell us about some of the experiences on the...
The interesting thing is you have the kind of creative team and their side of things, and that's sort of our first interface. But at the end of the day, the studios are the ones that are making the shows. So that's part of, I think, what is interesting in casting, because we have a relationship, we have a casting team at the studio that we work with, in addition to the producers, the showrunner on the production side. So, when you're kind of at that level, it's a lot of different tastes that need to be satisfied. So it's a lot of people that for us, we need to kind of be aware of what it is they're looking for out of particularly the larger roles on a show, and just make sure that we're keeping everybody's interests in mind as we're presenting everything.
Wow, that sounds difficult. Many masters to please.
It's a lot of cooks, but you figure it out. So
yeah. So Morgan was also a performer. Worked with a lot of on a lot of big stages, and dealt with a lot of contracts and a lot of things like that.
It's true.
Yeah. So tell us about your world and like what it's been like performing in some of those settings, and what it's been like to deal with, say, labels and things like that. Like I'm saying, like comparison to studios and stuff.
I think it's always hard at any point in climbing the ladder, dealing with creative folks. We've all had experience with the client. A lot of times their job is to just give notes. And you're like, but it was fine on version 1, so you're going to have people doing that to you your whole lives. Me, as a 41-year-old divorcee, I still have it in my life as well, but Vinny is absolutely right. I spent more than a decade in a top 40 band called Boys Like Girls, and we had, a bunch of hits, Taylor Swift duet, global tours. It was an incredible chapter in my life, and incredibly trying.
Yeah.
I'll level with you. There's a lot of lessons to be learned along this winding road of life. However, look at them as lessons, absorb them as lessons, and apply them as technique.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate you being here. That was huge. Yeah, thank you.
Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Come on, let's give it up.